Hot Wheeled VAPESTER coming at you. So grab a vape and keep it cloudy. What's going on, guys? You are back with the Hot Wheeled VAPESTER. Today is going to be kind of a longish video. Because I want to give you guys a life update and a juice review, both at the same time. I want to accomplish two things with one video, so there you go. Now, I know it's been a minute, so you guys are probably wondering, where the hell have I been? And the answer to that question is, quite succinctly, I have been laying my butt in bed because I broke my ankle about 2 weeks ago. I was in Walmart. I had somebody that was not paying attention, and I was run into by a cart. So the night that it happened, I went to the ER and they took some x-rays, and of course, because of my disability, my foot is extremely maldeformed. So they couldn't see anything on the x-ray. They referred me to podiatry. Podiatry looked at the x-rays, and again, because of those maldeformities that are already in my foot, due to my disability and the things that have previously happened to it, they didn't see anything on the x-rays either. However, for whatever reason, and I don't know what the reason is, they didn't order any further scans. All they did was pretty much increase my pain medication, which honestly I have to say it is helping a little bit, but it's not appropriately healing the issue. So when I go to see my PCP on the 13th of March, I'm going to see if he can refer me to an orthopedist and see what they say. However, at this point, there's not much else that I can do about it. So, I am going to do the best I can to get myself back on track with what I have, which unfortunately is not much, but it is what it is. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to, I didn't really have any warning. And I really didn't leave you guys with much of an explanation when I kind of went off the grid to basically rest and take care of myself, and I do apologize for that. However, I will be getting myself back on track. I am planning on doing a live stream on Facebook tonight. I would also like to attempt to do a live stream on YouTube. However, if I do the live stream on YouTube, It is going to be through mobile, as my laptop does not seem to like live streaming on YouTube at all. It doesn't even really like it on Facebook. But I do all my live streams on Facebook on mobile anyway, because you can invite people into your live streams on Facebook when you do it mobily. And I like to interact with people. So yeah, I do all of my Facebook live streaming on mobile. But with that being said, I also did things like started a Patreon. I also started the Twitch channel, which I haven't done anything with. I was actually planning on doing a live stream on Twitch for that weekend. Now I am hoping that I can do at least the first live stream on Twitch on my computer, as I would like to set up admins and things like that, because Twitch is a little bit different than streaming on YouTube or Facebook. With Twitch, anybody that sees your feed can come into it. It's not like doing it in a specific group or on a specific page. Anybody that sees the stream in their feed can come into it. And on mobile on Twitch, you cannot set admins. However, like I said, I want to do the first stream I would like to try to do my first stream on the PC. Because with that, I can, set permanent admins, and they can help me monitor the stream if I have to switch to mobile. I am also going to be a lot more active on Twitter and Instagram. The Discord, however, I will not be active on until we start getting some more activity with the Patreon. But like I said, in addition to, giving you guys an update as to what's going on, I wanted to do a juice review. Now, this juice is absolutely amazing. This is a Bootleggers juice, and Clinton, I've got to tell you right off the bat, brother, you knocked this one out of the park. This juice right here is absolute fire. I have had this juice in my possession for probably 3 or 4 days now, and I fill this 60 ml unicorn bottle with it. And I've been through, like I said, I've had this for about 3 or 4 days, and I've probably been through 2 of these already, and this bottle is almost half gone. But the juice in question is Bootleggers Bourbon Vanilla Custard. I absolutely love this juice. Give me just a second. This is the original vanilla custard right here, and as you can see, there's not even much left of this bottle. I don't even think I have done a full review of this yet. I've talked about it, but I have not done a full review. I'm actually going to do a full review of it, but I want to get another bottle of it first and use it for a while. I will say, however, that I much prefer the original vanilla custard on a dripper. It's okay in a tank, but its flavor really comes out on a dripper. This, however, the Bourbon Vanilla Custard, so far, even though flavor-wise, there's not much difference in the flavor compared to the original vanilla custard. This flavor is very prominent in a tank. I have been running this on my TFV12 since I got it. I have not had the opportunity to drip this yet, and we will get into that a little bit later in the video. But I mean, it's a much different experience than the original vanilla custard. I do believe, and Clinton, you can correct me on this when you see the video, I do believe that this is a 70-30 split on the VG and PG. But as you guys can see, the cloud production on this is amazing. The flavor production on this is absolutely 100% on point. And like I said, there is not much difference from the original vanilla custard. You get the vanilla custard in the beginning, and it's very prominent. The bourbon doesn't hit you until the exhale. And, you know, I have tried other alcohol-based flavors. I forget who makes it, but there was a bourbon apple pie that I had tried. And the bourbon almost overpowered the apple pie. But that is not the case with the Bootleggers Bourbon Vanilla Custard. You catch the bourbon, like I said, on the back end of the exhale. It's a perfect note of bourbon. It's not in your face. It complements the vanilla custard. And the vanilla custard, oh my god. The vanilla custard in this is just amazing, and as far as I know, he didn't change the vanilla custard for this. But for whatever reason, it's just a much better flavor in the tank, in my opinion, than the original vanilla custard was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the original vanilla custard, but when I was vaping it in a tank, I found it to be somewhat muted. The vanilla is just, it's kind of like, it's right there and it lingers throughout your whole, vape. I don't know any other way to say it. It's there on the inhale, it's there on the exhale. The custard hits right in the middle, just before the exhale, and it's just a great balance of all three flavors. And like I said, the alcohol, as in the bourbon, it's there, but it's not the primary experience. I would say it's a nice tail end surprise. It fits very, very well in the flavor. And like I said, I have not dripped this yet. I have a very specific dripper that I do want to try this on, that I haven't been able to get a hold of yet. I am working on it, however, and the dripper that I want to try this on is the DigiFlavor Mesh Pro. This is just, it's a very good experience, and it's very, very quickly becoming an ADV for me. And I say that, honestly, I say that about most of the bootleggers, and I know it's getting kind of repetitive, but in all honesty, it's the truth. There have been very, very few flavors that I've tried in the Bootleggers line that have not become all-day vapes for me. As of right now, I can tell you that there is only actually one out of all the flavors that I have tried that I would really have a problem vaping all day, and that is the banana. And that's not even so much because of the juice itself. That is more because I'm just not a huge fan of banana. But this one, like I said, this one has just, it's really a wow factor. I mean, I was kind of... I don't know how I would put it, because I really did want to try it, but I also went into it knowing how I like the original vanilla custard, and I kind of expected it to be, okay, this is going to be something that I prefer to drip rather than have it in a tank. But that has just, it's not been the case. Now, I may drip this and find that I do like it better on a dripper than I do out of a tank. But I tend to think not, just because of the experience that I've had. Now, mind you, when I first tried the, let's call it the OG vanilla custard. When I first tried the OG vanilla custard, I tried it in a tank and I was just like, this is okay, but it just wasn't quite there. It wasn't something that I didn't like, but it was just okay. And then I tried it on a dripper and it's like, wow, this is where it's at. And for right now, the Bourbon vanilla custard on the TFV12 with the T10 coil at 140 watts is where it's at. This is quickly becoming a favorite juice of mine. I have even pushed another of my favorites to the side because of this juice. For the longest time, my all-time favorite juice was the cheesecake. Then it became the apple pie. I'll be honest, I've vaped the apple pie a little bit since I've gotten this. But I have honestly pushed that more to the side. I've been vaping the hell out of this. It is definitely something that I would 100% recommend. I do not think you'll be disappointed. Even if you're not a huge fan of liquor vapes or alcohol vapes, whatever you want to call it, this has been a really surprising experience with this, coming from the original apple pie, or original vanilla custard. I was pleasantly surprised by this. And like I said, when I'm sitting at home and I've got it in my dripper, I'll vape the original vanilla custard all freaking day long. I do. In fact, that's all I drip on my Buddha V3. But I burnt the cotton in my V3, so I have to re-wick it. I really want to clean up my VCMT 25 because I have to get more coils for my 30. But I really want to clean up my 25 and try the Bourbon Vanilla Custard in my OG VCMT 25 and see how that turns out. In fact, that might be something I do this weekend. And I might even do a video on that. Because I don't know if you guys know, but there is a dramatic difference going from a tank like this to an RTA like the OG VCMT. And I can't wait to try it. So yeah, I may do a video review specifically on how the bourbon vanilla custard is on an RTA, and I will definitely do it when I get the chance to drip it. But like I said, I really want to drip it on the DigiFlavor Mesh Pro. So that's going to be another one that's coming for you guys. But that was all I had for right now. And I do want to talk about some other things. So this video is going to be a little bit longer, but that's really all I had on the review. Now, as far as moving forward, I have decided that there is a lot that I want to do with this channel this year. And I've set up the Patreon to help me with that. But as I've told you guys don't have to subscribe to the Patreon. It would help. I haven't even made my list for the Patreon. Because as far as I can tell, nobody's even looked at it yet. So I'm not going to make a list of devices that and other stuff. I'm not going to make that list until I get some bites on the Patreon. But I am going to try and pick some things up on my own. Because like I said, there's a lot that I want to do this year, and I'm going to get it done one way or the other for you guys. You guys have made it possible for me to do what I do, and I want to keep doing it. I enjoy doing it, and I want everybody out there to know, especially those that are disabled, that yes, you can do this. You might be limited in a lot of the things that you can use, but there's still a lot out there that you can use. You don't have to be limited to smoking cigarettes or cig-a-likes. And I will show you guys that. Actually, there is something else that I would really like to do as well. I want to do a coil swap out video for you guys. Showing you guys what I do to change my coils in the TFV12 or the TFV8 or even my Fire Loop, which is across the room right now. But I want to show you guys how I do that. So I may do a video on each of those tanks on how I replace coils and whatnot. And when I get my coils in, I will show you guys how I build on RDAs and things like that. But there are going to be a lot more videos on this channel. Like I said, I will be live streaming. There's going to be a lot of new content on the channel. I really want you guys to stay tuned and just bear with me. I will get in a groove. hopefully this is going to be the last absence for a while. I am hoping that I will be able to go on vacation this year. So I'm hoping that will actually be my next absence. But I'll still, even with that, be active on Facebook, Instagram, and things like that. And even though it may not be videos, I will still be putting posts out and doing things like that. I really enjoy doing this for you guys, and I'm going to do my best even if I have to do it on my own to keep it going. With that being said, that was all that I had for you guys. I want you, each and every one of you, to remember that I love you. Smoking is dead because vaping killed it. Let's all keep it cloudy out there, and I will see you guys out there on those clouds. Peace, everybody.